third place in the Metro Division. Penguins ding the Red Wings in overtime and move ahead of Washington for the last wildcard spot in the East with 3 games left. Sabres split the Capitals. Flyers snapped an 8-game skid with a win over the first-place Rangers to stay in the hunt. Kings doused the Flames to sew up a spot in the West. Devils shaded the Maple Leafs despite goals numbers 67 and 68 from Austin Matthews. That's Friday Sports.
It's 7 till. When we return on America in the Morning, major social media platform out with new safeguards for teenagers after these messages.
Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, what's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The internet is vast and unending, but you don't have to go that far to hear your favorite talk show hosts. Search, stop, and listen at newsradio1440.com.
In the morning, back now, it's 5 till. There's a new and different war movie in theaters this weekend. Correspondent Kevin Carr has a preview.
You might expect Alex Garland's new film, Civil War, to be a scathing deconstruction of American political discourse, but it delivers a far more different and more chilling message.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The film follows a group of journalists embedded in a years-long civil war that has torn apart modern America. Leaving the how and the why out, the story focuses on the human impact.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death.
The point of view from the press works for the most part because wartime journalists have always been there to document rather than to take a side. And this allows the audience to see a removed look at conflict.
We don't know what side they're fighting for. Someone's trying to kill us. We are trying to kill them.
For those calling for a new civil war, be careful what you wish for. The movie demonstrates how the backdrop of any war opens the door to atrocities that go unreported, uncorrected, and unpunished. And it doesn't matter who you voted for to be this kind of victim.
We're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you?
The climax delivers the wartime action one would expect, but it's not there to sensationalize things. Rather, it simply asks the audience, is this what you really want?
Every time I survived the war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home.
Civil War gets 4 camera lenses out of 5. I'm Kevin Carr, and that's the way I see it.
Instagram has announced it'll be introducing new safety features to protect teen users. Correspondent Hayapan Jwani explains.
The social media company announced in a blog post that it's trying to fight sexual scams and other forms of image abuse to try and stop criminals from contacting teenagers. That includes a new nudity protection feature for direct messages that blurs any images with nudity and, quote, encourages people to think twice before sending nude images, unquote. The feature will be turned on by default globally for teens under 18, and adult users will get a notification encouraging people to activate it. Instagram says they'll also be testing new ways to hide teens from criminal accounts. I'm Haya Panjwani.
America in the Morning for Friday, April 12th, 2024 is produced by Alexander Hinton. Our senior producer is Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is Westwood One.
Sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lonrick Pelusi with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Did you know that tooth decay is an infection? Luckily, cavities are largely preventable. The bacteria that cause cavities pass from parents to children, so good oral health is a family affair. Take care of baby teeth as soon as they emerge by brushing them with a smear of toothpaste with fluoride. Talk with your pediatrician about your baby's oral health and take them to the dentist by age 1. For more, visit healthychildren.org.
You can set reminders, make a grocery list, look up random facts and info in seconds, and play your favorite talk show, all with your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
WLWI AM is News Radio 1440, also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
They killed several of its top generals. A retaliatory attack could be imminent. How's the White House responding? Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre.
Obviously, we've seen the threats coming from Iran, and so we have made ourselves very clear where we stand in supporting Israel's security. That is ironclad. That does not change. I'm just not going to get into details about our operational procedures from here.
Another round of student loan forgiveness is coming. CBS's Bo Erickson says more than $7 billion more will be canceled.
In total, the Biden administration has canceled $153 billion of student loan debt for more than 4 million Americans. And senior administration officials defended the legal basis of these programs as a lawsuit was recently filed by several Republican attorneys general throughout the country.
House Speaker Johnson's heading to Florida today to meet with former President Trump. The two will make remarks on election security. CBS's Robert Costa.
By standing with Trump, Johnson's allies tell me behind the scenes they believe he will solidify his own political standing.
So much rain in such a short time caused a whole lot of problems.
Widespread flooding caused by torrential rain led to high water rescues in the hills of eastern Kentucky and western Pennsylvania, as well as the mountains of West Virginia. Craig Deisher lives in drenched Oakdale, Pennsylvania, outside Pittsburgh.
There was a family, an older lady that was in there, and it was about to reach into her first floor, but she was afraid to even come out. So it was flooding so bad, and the water was moving so fast.
There was also extensive flooding in and around Tallahassee, Florida. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
The former interpreter for Shohei Ohtani is expected in court today, charged with allegedly stealing millions of dollars of the baseball star's money to pay off gambling debts. CBS's Adam Yamaguchi is following the story in Los Angeles.
Ife Mizuhara, according to the U.S. attorney, found himself in very, very deep. And so at some point, he began to funnel money from Shohei Ohtani's account to pay off the bookie.
He faces years in prison. Lots of reaction pouring into the death of O.J. Simpson. Cato Kalin, his famed house guest, spoke out in a video he posted to social media.
I wish to express my love and compassion to the Goldmans, to Fred and to Kim, to the family of the beautiful Nicole Brown Simpson. May we always cherish her memories.
Cato was one of the witnesses in what's been called the trial of the century. Ahead of the open on Wall Street, Dow futures rise, S&P has slipped. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage. Don't pay retail for your diamond engagement ring or gift. Come to CleanOrigin.com, founded by a family of leaders in the diamond industry for more than a century. We're experts in ecologically friendly lab-grown diamonds because that's all we do. Come clean with Clean Origin, the only diamond jewelers who give you a 100-day, no questions asked return on your purchase. Head to CleanOrigin.com or one of our retail stores and mention code Radio10 to receive 10% off. That's CleanOrigin.com, code Radio10. And
President Biden will talk about racial justice today. The keynote address will be delivered by President Biden to the National Action Network conference hosted by the Reverend Al Sharpton. The Biden campaign says the president will discuss his accomplishments and the policies enacted to address racial inequality. Kenesha Grant with Howard University.
This is a smart plan by President Biden, making sure that he speaks to the constituent groups that he needs to speak to in the Black community.
Polls show a softening of Black voter preferences for Biden. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News. Well, after their first Netflix show, Harry and Meghan, was watched by more than 81 million households, they've got 2 new projects in the works. Meghan will star in what sounds like a Martha Stewart-y lifestyle show featuring cooking, gardening, and entertaining. The second show will focus on one of Harry's favorite sports, polo. It's currently filming at the U.S. Open Polo Championship in Wellington, Florida. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Ministry. About it, you have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people, and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years with proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7. Huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE.
Listen to News Radio 1440. The comfort of your computer or the comfort of your recliner at home. We're everywhere. On the radio, online, and on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Silk. Feel plenty good by incorporating Silk into your morning routine. Silk's delicious plant-based beverages rich in calcium and a good source of vitamins A and D to support the health of you and your family. Shop wherever you find groceries.
It's all sunshine today. Temperatures up in the lower 70s. It will still be breezy with wind speeds between 10 and 20 miles an hour. The wind will subside tonight. That's good news. And tonight is pretty chilly. We're down to 44 degrees under a clear sky. Plenty of sunshine both Saturday and Sunday. High Saturday in the upper 70s. Highs on Sunday will be in the lower 80s. So some warmer weather is on the way. That's your First Alert Forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Savory for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. McKinnon Toyota needs your trade-in. New car sales are through the roof, but they need clean, late-model used cars. It's worth the drive. Get top dollar for your used car, truck, or van at McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
Good morning. I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. Family and friends will say goodbye Monday to the deputy who was killed in a one-vehicle crash while on duty. Deputy Jeremiah Young's funeral is scheduled for Monday at noon at the Church of the Highlands in his memory. Governor Kay Ivey will flag the state building control at half-staff Monday. A prison transport van crashed, leaving 2 inmates dead and 5 others injured. It happened in Dadeville. The van was taking inmates back to an Alabama Department of Corrections facility. 1 inmate died at the scene, another at the hospital. There were yet no cause. National news: O.J. Simpson, the focal point of one of the biggest trials in American history, died after a battle with cancer. He won the Heisman Trophy at USC and then played in the NFL for 11 years. His football career, though, was overshadowed by the trial and eventual acquittal of the murders of his former wife, Nicole Brown, and her friend, Ron Goldman. Simpson was 76 years old. That's your news on this Friday.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right, you can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up. I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, then download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LANE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LANE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LANE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
For most of Alabama, ticks and mosquitoes are more abundant from late spring to early fall. If you spend time outdoors or have pets that go outside, you need to be aware of the diseases they can carry to help protect yourself and your family. Prevention is key in safeguarding against tick and mosquito-borne diseases. For more information and tips on how to protect you and your family from these pests, visit our website at alabamapublichealth.gov. Visit our website at alabamapublichealth.gov.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Place with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Food additives can harm children's development and raise the risk of obesity. To lower the risks, choose fresh fruits and vegetables when you can and avoid processed meats. Don't put plastic in the microwave because heat can cause chemicals to leak into your food. When cooking or serving hot foods, use glass or ceramic dishes. For more on keeping your child healthy, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
We are in the final countdown to the tax filing deadline. If you owe taxes back this year, don't stress. Enter the Uncle Sam's giveaway and you'll have the chance to win $5,000 to bail you out. Don't owe anything to Uncle Sam this year? Great. You can spend it on whatever you want. Just head to our website now to enter this national contest for your chance to win $5,000 with the Uncle Sam's giveaway.
Enter to win the Uncle Sam's giveaway. Go to newsradio1440.com.
You need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again, if you can. It's another day, one more, above the ground, and the ground's not above you. Good Friday morning to all of you guys. We made it to this day. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is, well, today is April the 12th, 2024 AD. Our scriptural insight today comes from Acts 21:27 through 22 and 2. But Acts 23:11 says, the Lord stood near Paul and said, take courage, as you have testified about me in Jerusalem, so you must also testify in Rome. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is April the 12th, 2024. It is a day that has never been. It is also a day that once it is gone, it will never, ever be again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. But more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you have lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, love, charity, and we may see, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, do what you can, while you can, for as long as you can, for whom you can, until you can't. And reach back and give somebody else a helping hand. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead. No man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard of how you live life. You'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two, but you'll never be a failure. Never, until you quit. We say give out if you must. Rest if you can. But never quit. Never give up. Because quitters will never win. And while winners may lose a time or two, they never quit. So don't you. And no matter what happens this day, remember this. It is still a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. God's angels of peace. That's our daily bread for this day, the 12th day of April 2024. We'll be back.
Thanks for joining us for today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled, God's Agents of Peace, was written by Tim Gustafson. Nora went to the peaceful protest because she felt strongly about the issue of justice. As planned, the demonstration was silent. The protesters walked in powerful quietness through the downtown area. Then, 2 buses pulled up. Agitators had arrived from out of town. A riot soon broke out. Heartbroken, Nora left. It seemed their good intentions were fruitless. When the Apostle Paul visited the temple at Jerusalem in Acts 21, people who opposed Paul saw him there. They were from the province of Asia and viewed Jesus as a threat to their way of life. Shouting lies and rumors about Paul, they quickly stirred up trouble. A mob dragged Paul from the temple and beat him. Soldiers came running. As he was being arrested, Paul asked the Roman commander if he could address the crowd. When permission was granted, he spoke to the crowd in their own language, surprising them and seizing their attention. And just like that, Paul had turned a riot into an opportunity to share his story of rescue from dead religion. Some people love violence and division. Don't lose heart. They will not win. God is looking for courageous believers to share his light and peace with our desperate world. What seems like a crisis might be your opportunity to show someone God's love. Today's Our Daily Bread scripture reading is from Acts chapter 21, verses 27 through 32, and verse 37 through chapter 22, verse 2. When the 7 days were nearly over, some Jews from the province of Asia saw Paul at the temple. They stirred up the whole crowd and seized him, shouting, "Fellow Israelites, help us. This is the man who teaches everyone everywhere against our people and our law in this place. And besides, he has brought Greeks into the temple and defiled this holy place." They had previously seen Trophimus the Ephesian in the city with Paul and assumed that Paul had brought him into the temple. The whole city was aroused, and the people came running from all directions. Seizing Paul, they dragged him from the temple, and immediately the gates were shut. While they were trying to kill him, news reached the commander of the Roman troops that the whole city of Jerusalem was in an uproar. He at once took some officers and soldiers and ran down to the crowd. When the rioters saw the commander and his soldiers, they stopped beating Paul. And now here's verse 37 through chapter 22, verse 2.
Well,
as the soldiers were about to take Paul into the barracks, he asked the commander, "May I say something to you?" "Do you speak Greek?" he replied. "Aren't you the Egyptian who started a revolt and led 4,000 terrorists out into the wilderness some time ago?" Paul answered, "I am a Jew from Tarsus in Cilicia, a citizen of no ordinary city. Please, let me speak to the people." After receiving the commander's permission, Paul stood on the steps and motioned to the crowd. When they were all silent, he said to them in Aramaic, "Brothers and fathers, listen now to my defense." When they heard him speak to them in Aramaic, they became very quiet. Let's pray. Father, our hearts ache for our broken world. When we feel overwhelmed with all the violence and division around us, please calm our hearts and remind us that even when things seem dire, you are with us and you will have the ultimate victory. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Stephen Tabor, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
And now we pay homage to our armed forces of the United States of America. And after that, of course, I'm going to play you guys I normally go through a long audio piece, but not this morning. The audio piece this morning is only 2 minutes and 31 seconds, but I think you'll like it. Kind of takes us back to a place where we're kind of familiar with. Good morning to you. Now let's pay homage to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Did I leave anybody out? I didn't think so. Also, let's take an opportunity here to honor some of our local heroes, the Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery Fire Department, and you'll appreciate this when you need them. Okay, got to have somebody to call. They're waiting for that call, hoping it never comes. But if you do need them, kind of like soldiers, they'll be there to do what they can. And did I get the sanitation department? Yes, I did. How about the maintenance department? I see these guys all over town. I say hi to them. They don't know who the hell I am. They probably think I'm just an old guy that's drunk or something. I don't know. But you can't be drinking and driving. Come on, man. So if you see a guy rolling down the road waving at you, that's me. That's right. Just saying hello. I'm appreciating what you guys do. That's what I do. That's what I do. Because I'm more thankful you're doing it than me. But don't get me wrong, I will do it if I have to. And pay homage to Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, this is an Air Force town. What can I tell you? But just remember, what not for the Army, there would be no Air Force. I'm just saying. And their motto is Super Fidelius or Super Fidelis. But they can't pronounce that, so they just cut it short and they said Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. Always, always faithful. The United States Marine Corps. Good morning, Jarheads. It's time to rise and shine if you guys can know what room you're in. But I still like to wear me one of them suits one time. I love them high collars, man. I just love that stuff. That's how they got the name Jarhead, because the collar makes it. Don't even worry about it. Kind of like a jar head, you know, on a big mason jar. Yeah, that's where the name came from. Just thought I'd let you know. And before we go any place, do any other thing besides what we've been doing already, let's have a conversation about something. That's right. Let's have a serious talk this morning. And it is about a killer. And its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians have died since 2021, in 2021, from drug overdoses? It is time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is also real. So if you are a family member or a friend are suffering from substance use disorder, please call the Council on Substance Abuse, or COSA, right now. That number is 334-262-1629. 334-262-1629, or go to COSANCADD.org. It is never too late to turn around. And these people are there to help you. Okay, substance abuse. So give them a call right now, 262-1629, or go to COSANCADD.org. Let's get the help you need today, because it not only affects you, it affects everybody around you, especially those that love you. So get some help. COSA, the Council on Substance Abuse. And again, that number is 334-262-1629. That's 262-1629. Again, recovery is real. But you have to make the call. Call them now. 334-262-1629 and get the help you need. Please do that. Okay. Good morning to you. Now, this is one of those little pieces from Ronald Wilson Reagan that I absolutely adore. Ronald, hey, I served under Reagan and Carter, so I'm good. All right. I know it's been a minute. You know, and I don't know why they always talk about Carter like Carter was all that bad. Carter was a well, again, I was 17. I didn't know what was going on. but from what I can tell, he's a pretty good old fella. Anyway, at least he admitted that he lusted. All the rest of us need to admit that sometimes. Anyway, Rendezvous with Destiny. This is the piece of Ronald Reagan. This is your motivation. It's hey. It's only 2 minutes and 31 seconds. And to get an opportunity to even hear this, only in America. Only in America can you hear this. Okay, I'm just saying this. It's a great piece. This is your motivating piece for today. So don't go no place. We'll be back.
Nearly 150 years after Tom Paine wrote those words, an American president told the generation of the Great Depression that it had a rendezvous with destiny. I believe this generation of Americans today also has a rendezvous with destiny. Tonight, let us dedicate ourselves to renewing the American compact. I ask you not simply to trust me, but to trust your values, our values, and to hold me responsible for living up to them. I ask you to trust that American spirit, which knows no ethnic, religious, social, political, regional, or economic boundaries. The spirit that burns with zeal in the hearts of millions of immigrants from every corner of the earth who came here in search of freedom. Some say that spirit no longer exists, but I've seen it. I felt it all across this land, in the big cities, the small towns, and in rural America. It's still there, ready to blaze into life if you and I are willing to do what has to be done.
Okay, anyway, that's some of it. That's part of it. That's not actually the one I wanted to play. I'll find that later before this show is over. I'm going to find the other one. But man, you get motivated every time you listen to Ronald Reagan. And when that man was sitting in repose in the Capitol, it brought tears to my eyes. I don't know why, but he just had a way with explaining things that even I could understand. You know what I'm saying? So I love me some Ronald Reagan. I mean, I didn't know him. We didn't go out to dinner and nothing like that. But I did serve under him. And I tell you what, it was proud to be in the military when Ronald Reagan was president of the United States. Anyway, let me take this phone call right quick. And we will, I think I got a guest on the phone with me. Hold on, let me make sure I get this right. Let me see. Okay, I think I got this just right. Good morning. Who's this? All right, then. Well, some of them need to be smacked around every once in a while. But anyway, what's on your mind? Mm-hmm. Now you're not going to be politically correct and actually think that you can change your gender, or you, I mean, so you're kind of against that kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. Outstanding. Now you now. So is somebody going to be doing it in Montgomery? Where we going? Is it going to be happening there, or just? Are we going to? hmm And you know, one of the things we can't be is scared. And we there's a deafening sound of silence in America on the things that we know. Listen, I'm matter of fact, I'm probably one of the most top sinners in the world. Hopefully, not the toppest sinner in the world, but there are things I believe that no matter what anybody tells me, I'm not going to change that. And we need some courageous people out here to stand up for what they say they believe. We got politicians who during election time really love to bring out the Bible and the gun, which I don't have anything against either one of them, but I think the Bible is probably a little bit more powerful than the gun. But but after the election, you really don't hear. We live in a nation now where if you we get political parties that the most important thing they think you ought to be able to do is kill your children, before they get born. I don't. And if you don't have children, you don't have a nation because you don't have no more people left. So we just seem we do seem to be going down a rabbit's trail here, and I don't think we're gonna find the rabbit. And that's a terrible thing. But I do appreciate what you guys are doing. So what day is it? Is it going to be Saturday? What day is this going to be? Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. You know, I truly believe one of the reasons why we have been such a prosperous nation over the last 200 almost 50 years is because we weren't afraid to invoke the name of God or whatever we believed in. But now it's you know they can talk about Trump all they want to, but nobody was afraid to say Merry Christmas. Nobody was afraid to mention God, and it seems that we live in a world. I mean, it's almost persona non grata to even you mention that you believe in God nowadays. You know, I just we certainly need to do something. And again, I'm not a paragon of virtue. Something I've done my own dirt, but I knew I was doing the dirt when I was doing the dirt. There are people who don't know the difference today, and that's a dangerous individual who don't know the difference between right and wrong. At least if you acknowledge right and wrong, you know that it exists, and it keeps you on just on this side of reality, even though we sometimes get lost out there in the mush and things like that. Well, I'm glad you guys are doing this, and I'm glad you have the gravitas to do it, and you're not back down. But because what did it say in the good book? You deny me before men, and I'll deny you before my Father. And so I'm glad there's somebody still willing to stand up for what they believe. But remember, sometimes what we believe will cost us. But you gotta be willing to pay the price. You gotta be willing. Yeah, you gotta be willing to pay the price. So that's gonna be this Saturday, downtown in front of the state capitol, and 1 to 3. All right. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, we are. Yes, we are. If we believe we can change the gender of our kids, we're not only stupid, we're a fool. But some people do it. Some people do it. I don't know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Yeah. What school? What school was this? Okay, UAB. All right, then save your money. Don't be going up there. Save your money. That's all I can say. Save your money. Hey, listen, appreciate you guys coming on. And Dusty, your last name ain't Rhodes, is it? Oh, okay, then. That's the only Dusty I ever known is Dusty Rhodes. Listen, I appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great time this weekend, and that's tomorrow from 1 to 3, right here on the Capitol steps of Alabama in downtown. All right, and yeah, and okay, don't mess with our kids.us. Thank you. Hey, appreciate it. Have a good time. I'll try to come out there for a couple more minutes tomorrow and say hi. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, gotta take a break. We'll be back. Some of your calls, your comments, whatever it is you want to talk about, as soon as we get back.
SFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Discover. As humans, we like having options. One option you might like is speaking with a real person when you call about your credit card. With 24/7 live U.S.-based customer service from Discover, everyone can talk to a real person anytime, day or night. Credit card.
It's also nice. Temperatures up in the lower 70s. Still be breezy. Wind speeds between 10 and 20 miles an hour. The wind will subside tonight. That's good news. Tonight is pretty chilly. We're down to 44 degrees under a clear sky. Plenty of sunshine both Saturday and Sunday. Highs Saturday in the upper 70s. Highs on Sunday will be in the lower 80s, so some warmer weather is on the way.
That's your first weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seeley from News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. 85 northbound between Ann Street and Perry Hill. We've got an accident reported. Authorities are clearing that up. We've got a new accident at Atlanta Highway and Bell Road. So keep your eyes open if you're heading in that direction. Haynes Ambulance is there for you, both on the ground and in the air. With simple patient transport with life and death situations, ready at a moment's notice. Buckle up, trucks back, it's the law. Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
In the aftermath of the devastating hack that disrupted an ALGS tournament, Respawn, the tournament organizers, have announced a new set of security updates for Apex Legends. The hacks occurred on March 17th during a private pro ALGS lobby, resulting in chaos and prompting debates about the effectiveness of the third-party anti-cheat system, Easy Anti-Cheat. Respawn has addressed the hack and unveiled comprehensive security updates to safeguard player integrity and community.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Tax Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. This tax season, you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a new Samsung Galaxy A15 for just $99. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah! Good talk.
Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us in the electronics department and Walmart.com. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com. Device offer ends 4/14/24. In-store activation on single silver unlimited plan or higher required. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the silver unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
This weekend, cheer on Olympic hopefuls as they compete for a spot in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games at Montgomery Whitewater. Montgomery Whitewater is partnering with the American Canoe Association and the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee to bring the canoe slalom and kayak cross-Olympic team trials to Montgomery this weekend. Festivities begin this Thursday night with Olympic-themed trivia at Eddie's Restaurant. Live music starts Friday night on the patio at 6 p.m. Team trials races start at 9 a.m. Saturday and Sunday with live music at 5 p.m. Saturday night. For more info, check out MontgomeryWhitewater.com.
Anthony Daniels is lying about Democrat Shamari figures and thinks we are fools. But Anthony Daniels' attacks on Alabama Democrats shouldn't be surprising, since Daniels himself is funded by the same donors who bankroll MAGA Republicans. Truth is, Anthony Daniels is hiding an even bigger secret from him. He can't even vote for himself because Anthony Daniels doesn't even live in our congressional district. That's right. Anthony Daniels lives hundreds of miles away in Huntsville. We won't let him steal our seat in Congress. On April 16th, vote for Democrat Shamari Figures for Congress. He actually lives here, and Figures is endorsed by the Alabama Democratic Congress and leaders we trust like Kirk Hatcher and Napoleon Bracey. On Tuesday, vote for Democrat Shamari Figures for Congress. Protect Progress paid for and is responsible for the content of this ad, not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee. www.protectprogresspac.com.
Rabies is a viral disease that can infect all mammals, including humans. This is State Public Health Veterinarian Dr. D. Jones. Protect yourself, your family, and your pet, not just by staying away from wild animals that often carry the virus, but also by getting your pets vaccinated. Raccoons and bats are the most common carriers of the rabies virus. Your first reaction may be to approach a strange acting or injured animal. But oftentimes people are bitten or scratched while trying to help these animals. The best approach may be to contact your local animal control officers. If you are bitten or scratched by an animal, you should seek medical attention immediately. Although rabies is 100% fatal, it is also 100% preventable.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Take News Radio 1440 with you everywhere on your AM dial at 1440, on 95.1 HD3 on FM, through our app on the App Store, or through your Alexa or Google smart home device.
And we are back, 7:47 in the morning. Well, what does the time go when you're having fun? Let me see who this is. Good morning, who's this? Yes. All right, Mr. Ed. Good morning. Who's this? That's you. All right then. Oh, I got to get caller ID up here. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I played the Ronald Reagan. I played the wrong one actually, but I'll play the next one next hour. Good morning. Yes. I did find that out. Yes, at least that's the lie they telling us. But yeah, I heard that yesterday. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he did. I mean, I don't know what color was. Was he a black man? Okay, okay. Well, listen, I don't think it matters whether they shoot you 40 times, 100 times, or one time. It, dead is dead. Yeah, yeah. It's like I want to commit suicide. You shoot at the police; they got more guns than you. You gonna be out of here. So okay, that's all right. Yeah, yeah. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Okay, wait a minute. Is this the one I want to play from Ronnie? Hey, I love this thing. This one is this one he wants to play? I'll be right back. Ronald Wilson Reagan. I can hear that every day when I get down and out. I can listen to that every day. But it's right. We have some of people who headed someplace. I'm not exactly sure where we headed. Good morning. Good morning. Let him shoot first. I don't know. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, shoot him in the leg. Now I must admit, I did ask that stupid question one time. Well, can't we just shoot him in the leg? But and when we shot weapons, I mean, we were learning to. They said center mass. So okay, I get. Yeah, they didn't shoot her in the leg. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I wish he let me throw in my mortgage in there. I don't know what makes him. I mean, this is called buying votes. He ought to be on trial. This is buying votes. That's all it's doing. I mean, we did not make you go out and borrow money to go to college. Now you want the people who didn't go to college to pay for your debt. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? But listen, now there is one way he could get my vote. Now I've often said he wouldn't get my, but if he forgave all light bills, I vote for the guy. Yeah, yeah. Forgive all light bills for 6 months. I'd vote for Biden. That's about it, though. Yeah, yeah. Oh well. All right. Hey, appreciate it. Let me take one more. Good morning. You got about a minute. Hmm. And so is Gunsmoke when it comes on. They play the same song. They play the same. They play the same song. Star Trek. No, no. I don't need. I don't need to read it. Of course, I have. It's a powerful statement. Well, they should. They can tune in right after that goes on. And I don't. I gotta go back.
WSFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. Family and friends will say goodbye Monday to a deputy who was killed in a one-vehicle crash while on duty. Deputy Kamaya Young's funeral is scheduled for Monday at noon at the Church of the Highlands in Montgomery. Governor Kay Ivey ordered flags and state buildings to be flown at half-staff Monday. A prison transport van crashed, leaving 2 inmates dead and 5 others injured. It happened in Dadeville. The van was taking inmates back to an Alabama Department of Corrections facility. 1 inmate died at the scene, another at the hospital. No word yet on a cause. National news, O.J. Simpson, the focal point of one of the biggest trials in American history, died after a battle with cancer. He won the Heisman Trophy at USC and then played in the NFL for 11 years. His football career, though, was overshadowed by the trial and eventual acquittal for the murders of his former wife, Nicole Brown, and her friend, Ron Goldman. Simpson was 76 years old. That's your news on this Friday.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Stacey Lynn. Breaking news in the Middle East, where Iran has vowed revenge on Israel after a deadly strike on its consulate in Syria last week. CBS's David Martin tells us an attack is imminent.
Two U.S. officials tell CBS News Iran is expected to launch a major attack against Israel as soon as today. These officials said the attack could include more than 100 drones, dozens of cruise missiles, and perhaps ballistic missiles as well, and is expected to be aimed at military targets in Israel.
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, C.Q. Brown, told CBS Mornings.
We're really trying to avoid war, and this is part of the dialogue that I have with my counterparts within the region, including the Chief of Defense who I talked to yesterday. One of my primary things is to make sure that all of our forces in the region are protected.
Officials say it's going to be challenging for the Israelis to defend themselves against an attack of this magnitude. Vice President Harris is heading to Arizona today as part of the Biden campaign's focus on reproductive rights. Dr. Gabriel Goodrick works at Arizona's busiest abortion clinic.
We provide an essential healthcare service for the patients of Arizona, and if we can't provide that, they're going to be lost. They're going to be in danger.
Abortion may be put on the ballot in Arizona and several other states. House Speaker Johnson will be in Florida this afternoon to meet with former President Trump. CBS's Robert Costa tells us
he's appearing alongside Trump, who continues to falsely claim the 2020 election was stolen. And this comes at a precarious moment for Speaker Johnson. He's facing a lot of criticism from conservatives in the House, and he hopes to solidify his standing with them, his allies tell me, by being there with Trump at Trump's home.
The family of Ron Goldman may be considering further legal action now that O.J. Simpson has died. Goldman was stabbed to death along with Nicole Brown Simpson. Here's CBS's Bill Whitaker.
An attorney for the Goldman family told CBS News that Simpson had a death without penance. He also said Fred Goldman, Ronald Goldman's father, is discussing whether the family wants to resume legal action to get more settlement money from Simpson's estate.
At the Hollywood Bowl last night, Sheryl Crow was one of the many stars at a tribute concert for the late Jimmy Buffett. Paul McCartney, Kenny Chesney, Zac Brown, John Bon Jovi, and Brandi Carlile also performed. They all joined together at the end for Margaritaville, complete with Buffett's own Coral Reefer Band. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com. That's progressive.com.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. This is why so many people are joining Medishare right now. Medishare is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly health care costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch. It's pretty obvious why, too, especially now during this challenging season with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up. Medishare can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. Medishare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now is the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
There's a new exhibit in Hollywood.
From Sam Goldwyn and Louis B. Mayer to Harry and Jack Warner and Adolf Zucker, the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures has announced a new permanent exhibition, shining a spotlight on Jewish immigrants and the central role they played in creating Hollywood's studio system. It comes after pushback following the museum's initial focus on contributions of women, artists of color, and people from other backgrounds, but little mention of its Jewish founders. Complaints of anti-Semitism were immediate. The Hollywood Land exhibit will open May 19th. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Well, according to a new survey by Pepperidge Farms,
why you come on in here?
about 36 grilled cheese sandwiches a year. That's enough to fill nearly 900 Olympic-sized swimming pools. So it's the fact that cheese overwhelmingly the fact that cheese had to be American, the bread
part of my new image.
toasted,
Your new
and
image?
cut on the bread diagonal.
So everybody's wearing the old beards now, huh?
CBS News.
Well, I mean, after 4 years, you know.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, the church is having its 75th anniversary.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't there then.
No, yeah, none of us were.
Yeah, we.
Love to have you there.
Oh, where's that?
What, 24th? No, 20th and 21st.
I thought you had me watching.
Well, you're not going to church every other Sunday. So.
As long as I'm keeping dad, it's like once in a blue moon, man. Let's see. No, is it 19? No, 20th and 21st.
You've been saying busy, Mr. Kevin.
sure you get in. Have fun. Right here. Like a live podcast. I don't like podcasts. Podcast, you sit there and keep your opinion. Nobody can chime in. Together. Now, it's a reflect upon it after the story, so you go back to it. Although the federal government does pay farmers not to. Industrial applications are also using NOx entry to manage competitive access and authorize service activity for critical assets. While NOx entry develop customized access and audit trails and we can't use it. And what Boston don't quite understand sometimes, it is not color that argument, it's philosophy. But they don't somehow they think all the white folks, all the white folks can do it. Not even black folks can do it. It's about philosophy. If it's about color, they should have went with Clarence Thomas. They should have went with King. Right. But they did. You know why? Because they didn't believe the same thing that they believe. So we get philosophy. It ain't color. Sadly, we can get the truth of police and put it in the release. Did you do
time he went up there when it was as bad as it was, black people, but he was the most, I would say, the most racist caller of any single day.
Maybe
That's
because
his
he went,
experience.
right, what he went through. And
But he couldn't divorce himself from today. What happened to be in the evening? Somehow divorce the behavior was even the other, losing job. When I'm not on the job, you lose that. You hang out with how close you become with them. Honestly, good. Exactly. That's the thing right here. And I said that before to him. I mean, he's being so racist, but yeah,
and those same people
to
made you,
excel.
those same people made you a sergeant.
Exactly. He always right. Yeah, and so wear a uniform. What you do after hours is your own damn thing.
They have a job, and if so, why are they not there?
He just turns out.
My response would be, you think people only work for the right? I mean, they're not.
Huh?
No, you're a ranger.
I didn't go to Ranger.
Ooh, damn good flip around.
The Rangers and you have to put the slot. If the slot's not there, they don't expect you to pay. The only that day, I did the job. The only job I had in 1978 December of the 5th that I wanted to join the Rangers. They needed food services. That's a food service job, That's just before 2035. I could have got any job, but I wanted to be in the ring. I wanted to wear that beret, get them wings.
By the way, just let you know, Kevin still pitching two shorts and going from
That's true. That's true. Everyone
and they can jump out of a plane or a helicopter to the army, but you can't do that.
Before Benny, of course, you got training. Yeah. It's all good at the end of the day. That's it. It ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. They said I was supposed to do it. I was looking at the all righty. Listen, I'll stop lining up who the guest is.
Thank you. That's very good to you.
Yeah, and good morning, who's this?
Mm-hmm. I ask you a question real quick? You talking about the currently suspended chief of police for, Kevin had, female police officers, in here, and they just sexual harassment. Oh, chief of police has the exact same allegations against him. So now, how much more goes? Maybe I agree with you. I don't know. That's what we should just keep communicating. You're right. If you don't get it out, you're right.
All of us, have got, we probably don't know how to do this. So,
The legislature, if you keep understanding your penis in the board, and you keep those, a four-star general.
it's been going on since the beginning of time.
I get all
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Eight fingers like me.
It happens, doesn't it?
Well, that's good.
Right, it goes everywhere. But don't, don't political appointment or exactly that.
Yeah, probably. Wow. Good. It's not a political.
Good morning, who's this? Hello? Yes.
Morning.
But I'm imagining it's a process, though. The process is not just walking across the Rio Grande.
Sir, can I say something real quick? You can let's call them but you must be into an import of entry. And you cannot just come across, it's not across the border. There are specified locations that you must enter through port of entry, and then you can apply for asylum. No, sir, it's not. No, sir, it's not. In fact, no, sir, it's not. Actually, there's a video where you have a sub-lieutenant of the Department of Homeland Security, whatever the name is, with a discussion with AOC, and he specifically labeled to her, this is a federal law. He said, yes, but you must enter through only through the
Amendment to Homeland Security. I'll call it on the air, and we'll find out the answer to this question. Yeah. 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 So they get more benefits than American citizens get. Veterans. Citizens ain't getting debit cards. Good. Yeah. He was captured, but he was over specific. Specific. That was the mayor's call, and I guess every mayor gets his own call. He didn't even know if he was. It was his call. Now, yeah, yeah. Hey, you know, 14, 14, the number one good. Kevin there, Jerry. Morning. Interim. But acting is acting, and let's see who the chief. I don't know why he just making the chief. I know, but they are just making the chief. Yeah. We're not going to hire him because the interim chief of police is a white man, and he ain't going to have a white chief of police in Montgomery yet. I'm sorry. Come on. I'll bet you $100 right now on the air. The next chief of police will be a black person, maybe a black female, maybe a black male. Now, right now, you get him, I would bet you the same $100. Hey, good morning. You want to call back or you want to? Okay, good. Good. All right then. Well, I don't know. I actually said they would never have met a white. Really? I was a good job. Yeah, tell me 77. You will not have another there. Yeah. But ain't gonna happen. If you're Democrat and you're white, we accept that. Where are those at? After this. Oh. Oh. I come here. I just you want to do that? Not go there to put coffee. Yeah. Like you might have to have a card. I think here. Yeah.
Suspicious vehicle. Suspect was arrested. Created a Memphis police chief. Now, officers are forced to do this. Now, radio attack on Israel is news. Weekend begins in the Middle East later today. Morning, President Trump will have a visitor at his Mar-a-Lago meeting today. CBS's Robert Costa says House Speaker Mike Johnson is heading to Florida. The two are expected to deliver remarks on election security this afternoon.
By standing with Trump, Johnson's allies tell me behind the scenes they believe he will solidify his own political standing.
Serious flooding in the Pittsburgh area. Crews were called to downtown Oakdale, which was under several feet of water.
I just hate these political atmosphere that the military has. I would have never made it. I've been a private forever. I'm not calling a man a girl, and I'm not calling a girl a man. You want to call yourself that? I'm good. Oh, yeah. Women, I'm sorry. That's what it is. Somebody's stealing up there. Somebody's banging somebody's old lady. Let me give you a great example. In Montgomery, I'll be driving by Montgomery, putting a beer can out. And then, don't get another guy who says, well, I'm not going to throw it in Montgomery. I'm going to throw it up in the Trump. Well, there's only 7,000 people. And they're all related. I got everybody's got language. Wherever somebody's living right now, they said, I don't want to be. I live in paradise, but Hawaii. I had people over there from the hell out of here. I went back to Seattle. You know, I got people saying, I want to get the hell out of here. Yeah, I can understand. You got money, you can live anything you get. You probably don't see oh, wow. You next to my job. If you were living in New Orleans. He doesn't work for New Orleans. There's all stuff up. I wouldn't live in the city. You're a whole way to be feeling. We have the trainer. I used to drive through Barbara. no training, moral, I don't understand that. It shouldn't have. We're eating, cinema. I mean, everything that matters, everything today. The only thing that sets us above is supposedly our ability to reason. And I'm telling you, they don't teach it in school anymore. They don't teach about decision-making process. We tried to change math. We're trying to change what is meant to be a male or female. I just you understand last year we had a 20% increase in murders over this year. What do you mean? How many cities have a 20% increase in murders? And it's no big deal. Washington, D.C. No, they didn't have a 20% increase in murders. Well, then look at it before. But according to the Secretary of Buttigieg, after he's getting taken up the ass, thinks it's so to be involved. I mean, in 2 hours later. Yes. 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 So people that stabbed his ass and do that's okay. He's like he doesn't give you a reach around. Well, now he's rich, you can live anywhere if you got enough money for the only husband that takes 6 weeks of maternity leave. I think that's some messed up shit for his adopted son. I say, I'm not saying he ever sucked a dick, but he has to know how one is. Yeah. They ain't getting sucking benefits. Now, Mr. Church going in. I'm just telling you, it is. I'll talk to him. That is a fact. Mr. Arthur, sad. We're trying to calm things down. Oh man, Lionel Richie. Folks, a little bit about you because you seem to have this negativity about you. So, well, that's like a woman who says, "I'm just straightforward." What she really means is that I'm crude, I'm rude, and socially unacceptable. I mean, exactly. So that's how you interpret that. So tell us a little bit. Are you from? Yeah, born and bred here. Born and bred here. 59 years. I was 50 plus years. I'm pretty sure you've done some great things. Yeah, the best thing I see about Montgomery is so what is it about Montgomery that you really like? What I do not like about Montgomery, I like there's a lot of things about Montgomery. Exactly. I'm not saying that there's not, and I say that from a financial standpoint, that is good. Think about this. We have almost $25 million in debt. We had last year, but that's in the world right now. Isn't everything getting worse? Not every place. Name a place that's perfect. Heaven. That's the only place that's perfect. That's not here. That's right. Okay. But there's a lot of places close to perfect. You just ain't Montgomery. I just don't know what. Even in California. Okay. Redlands, California. Okay. I was there when my father-in-law died last year. My wife was there visiting. I live in Honolulu. Everybody that comes over here wants to go to Honolulu. get laid and you get your hair for them. You see the fine living outside because they no longer afford to live.
Yeah, I haven't got $7
because the Chinese are behind it up.
I think the first year now, America too,
So every place, matter of fact, Senator said, human beings are the only people that can change their life.
They can change their lives, but they cannot change their society. The problem is, one person at a time. Yeah, right. Here, what you really, really feel is there's no place left. There's no place left in the
And there is no place. And I think the son and I both will agree with that. I never feel a country that okay, that's because you don't live there now. You know,
here's what I was saying. America's not the thing to protect the planet. It's far away from being.
The Democrats, you know, we a whole lot better
yeah,
off.
if we could just get rid of them all, we'd be protected. You're right. That would be taken. Yes. Well, let me say far left. Schumer.
Because if you get down with a you're gonna sit down with a far leftist who doesn't even know what a woman is, then
here's the question. Did OJ do it?
Yeah.
But you don't know. You would. Maybe. Well, maybe.
By the way,
I saw that on Facebook.
yes, wasn't that wonderful? And by the way, he has a very strong
You know, we all got something I don't think it's not that.
It's so within.
I did a real year. Whatever it is that you want to talk about.
Oh, no, Democrats.
Today, the other day, there were some people downtown who were complaining about, and maybe
he just turned 2.
Complaining about the government baby care food. I'll say that's what
And now, you live a life. There is some
the life is a group of decisions that have been made.
I would even say that there's things that happen.
So I graduated in 2008. I didn't take much. So then
Good morning in there.
Morning. You too, man. You well.
Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. And I looked it up too. I couldn't find anything about five. I saw $2,200 or something like that, um, but I didn't see. And that's 500 families. It said 500 families, so I don't.
Yeah.
I think he's smacking at you, bud, on that one.
Backhanded compliment.
Get more. You on the air?
Hello.
So what I'm seeing right now on MSN.com is $53 million for the whole program, the Migrant Debit Cards, up to 10,000 per recipient, depending on needs. So it could go up to 10K per person, depending on size of the family and what they claim they need it for. That's on MSN.com.
Thank you, son.
Interesting. 8 to go.
Money,
14,
money,
40.
Government money.
Well, now government doesn't have any money.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kevin, pay your money. Pay your taxes.
And I must admit, now,
tax-free.
if we all were honest, the money that we paying in wouldn't probably take care of too many people.
You know, they say that you take every single billionaire's money, not what he made that year, but take their entire net worth.
It'd be gone in a couple of days.
It would only last 88 days.
Yeah.
88 days.
That's pretty bad.
Good morning. Well, most of us paying all our own bills themselves. Well, now if you're going to give it to the foreigners, okay, I got you. I got the gist there. But you cannot tell the American people pay your own and give millions of dollars to people who are not even citizens of the United States, who break into the country, invade us, but give them money.
Yeah. And I think regardless of, people throw out veterans on the street. I mean, it's terrible, but veterans they're not more special than everyday citizens. There's people who struggle to feed their kids, to pay their rent so they're not homeless. I mean, why can we say a generationally poor family who's struggling, why screw you? Because these people decide to break our laws and come in. Regardless of
You and I can have this conversation. We probably only people hear this. Everybody that yells veteran is not one. And my problem is veteran. I have lived in some of those austere conditions. I'm pretty sure you lived in some too. Veterans, for all the people living on the street, to get around. We know how to survive out there. You know, we get a special pass because we call veteran and hang it out. You know, we did too.
Yeah. My son is a veteran. He was stationed up. He had more than
right.
In bunkers, traps.
Sure.
So when you say my son is a veteran,
veterans
as compared to
a lot of people, but then again, now your son doesn't hold any special privilege either. He did his job.
That's right.
And we did our job. I
was just mentioning that you were distinguishing between veterans and active veterans.
So but there's some veterans who just who mean they were under discharge. We don't know if they even serve one day. We don't know. If you are a veteran, you got to be able to go to VA. You are honorably discharged. Show me the card. Right. Show me the card. But veterans, come on, we did our job. They owe us what they promised us. But they don't owe us anymore than that. I mean, but you know, you're going harm's way. You did a lot more harm's way than I did.
But I mean, I think both parties, everybody brings in veterans because it's good for politics.
It is good for politics, but they don't give a crap about the veterans.
And they just use them much like they use people.
Right.
On,
if they care that much, they'd join.
Medicare, Medicaid.
Yeah.
It's just another special group to kowtow to get more votes.
Yeah.
Can I be a jerk real quick?
Yeah.
How come nobody talks about truckers? If truckers quit driving for 1 week,
we still get the stuff.
You think so?
Yeah, we got trains.
Who's going to take? Okay, does train tracks go into hospitals?
Again, I lived in Honolulu. You know how things got to, you know how things got to Honolulu? It wasn't a truck.
Oh yeah.
Now, when they got to the port,
when
they got to the port,
final destination, you had to have a
let's
truck.
not elevate truckers like this.
No.
Some sort of special person. They're getting paid.
But is that not different than a veteran that served in the military?
However, we got the only job. A veteran is the only person in America that is obligated to put their life on the line.
Do you not understand more truck drivers die
Again, they're not obligated to do it.
I think there's a difference between accidents and
there's a difference between accidents. They're not obligated. We're the only group of people that have to go up a hill. The guy said go up the hill and get shot at and killed.
Or you can shoot the commander that gave you that order.
Okay, then
and then go to jail for life.
And that would be wrong. So veterans are special. Warfare. You know, veterans are special people, especially the good ones, because they know they go in harm's way.
But that's like police officers.
Well, police officers can quit. They all can quit. They can say, "Oh hell no, I'm not going in there." So, but a soldier can't. They ain't supposed to. Now, and once you go home, they get shot.
Not supposed to. Exactly.
It's hard when you hate your job in the military. But you're like, I have 2 more years if I go to work. Then I'm going to jail.
Yeah, I got to do it.
It's hard.
I just want to say, if you're a veteran out there, then be one. You know, don't be the.
And I salute my son and my daughter-in-law's service. I mean, both of them are outstanding citizens that serve the country. So I'm not taking away from veterans.
But at the end of the day, we're not special.
No, we do a job, and all we want is for what you promised.
I agree, absolutely.
That's it. I mean, I don't deserve any more. You know,
now you deserve a little bit less, Kevin.
Now you get us together as a group of people. You may get a beat down, you know, for talking smack, but other than that, we good. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Oh, guess I lost that one. But anyway, sometimes I go down the street and I see people with a sign say veteran. Well, how do I know you're a veteran? I mean, you know, you think you deserve my money because you're a veteran? You know, show us how you did in bivouac. You know, you ever heard of a pup tit? You know.
No, I do think veterans should be having health care. They should get housing, and maybe they need to live in barracks. You know, I mean, they don't have to have their own apartment and everything like that. But if you're a homeless veteran, why can't you live in a barrack just like you do?
Well, I'm trying to get the city to do the hotel. Some of these hotels around here that just sitting there, we need to upgrade them with a nickel tax on every gallon of gas.
What you can do with the EVs?
What
electric vehicles.
Who cares about it?
Well, how are you going to get that 5 cents a gallon when they don't take a gallon?
So we really heard him get that now. But I'm not
one
going to drive
penny a
an
kilowatt.
I won't drive a EV, not at all. Good morning,
Especially
who's this?
during the winter.
Yeah. Good morning. I can prove what you didn't do.
Good morning, curmudgeon.
See, I don't mind you. See, now you're calling back a whole bunch. Wait, you're calling back a whole bunch of times with nonsensical. This idiot on the phone with us right now.
His nickname is curmudgeon.
Yeah, swears
he's a funny
up
guy.
and down that I have never ever jumped out of aircraft. Didn't
He
serve the
dogs
ring.
you. Man, he calls you everything but a black man.
I think he has P envy.
Yeah. Well, I can say I talked to Mr. Kevin before I joined, and he told me about his experience, the things he did.
And you still joined in spite of.
I know. I held all the advice. I was like, man, I probably shouldn't do this, but
Yeah,
the job.
And now after the fact, you said, yeah, I shouldn't have done this.
See, I think this guy is just angry because he wants to see my jump wing.
I guess so.
Yeah, he wants to hold him in his hand and just, I don't know.
Maybe you want to compare something else.
Yeah. He'd lose that too. Anyway, we will take a break and we'll come back. I think that's what it is.
I hope he wouldn't hold that in his hand.
Yeah. Okay, it's a family show.
I was talking about jump wing golf.
Yeah, Mr. Kennedy, he has the most angry person I've ever heard call you. And honestly, that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Everything is yes, 70 years old. And it might be a lot less. Yeah, what are you doing? What about the government field? But suppose you want to get the government field. Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, exactly. You want to get paid, you gotta have to. It goes back to that 38 years of marriage. I could tell somebody young guy. Yeah, you don't know. You don't need to agree to say that. That's a good thing how you both you have them. Not listen marriage. However, kindergarten and in that situation, you know, deployment, you actually have experience where like this is why I'm not a parent like this. Well, I just you can say that, but that's it. You have to 5 years, 2 years. Oh, you get it, okay. That sounds about right. Well, I don't. Nobody. Our problem is that our government has a responsibility to protect our borders. I don't blame you. They're better than Mexico. I'm against the legal. Yeah, right. Animals. Oh, my God. They were. That's Exactly. They found 2 weeks ago. Yeah. 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 Pictures and all that. What's one border? Crazy. Feels like it's bad. You know, yeah, that. That's really good for them. Like that to me, that's how it is. The red state, yeah. We got that's number one, and number two, we want to go get Birmingham involved in this. Alrighty then, I guess positive stuff. Yeah, the big man and the old man. Yes, the big man and the old man. That's bad for him. Oh boy, boy. I'm gonna get together and one more talk about that. I don't know always talk about where we live. Well, the Birmingham there is in fortunate. So I guess I mean concerned. You know, yeah. Yesterday, ADOC, that's Alabama Department of Corrections, of course, got some folks killed in a transport vehicle. Don't know how that happened, but seatbelts. Maybe two inmates died in others were right. And did good. What was the yeah, during the first why would you do that? Why would I do that? Why would I want to? We could substitute one Democratic voter for a voter. Oh, you're saying like I don't know how we got to that. I don't know how we got there. Yeah. And who's the deputy chief of not investigated. I didn't know. She also confirmed on Wednesday, all has been 22 years. I'm a black man. I can live much quicker. Well, you can't. But I can run faster than you. So. Yeah, you can. But I'm good. In 2023,
harassment. Well, not on him, but our Green Copeland, 33 years old, claimed that the chief court fired her after she and to answer one question that has been wondering about since the end of the Whitewater thing, it seems as though they moving to the country with the Summer Olympic Games at home school for practicing here in Montgomery. And somebody said that's what they would be doing. We need something besides what happened back in the day with race people. The race people sitting up there. We have enough that Indian guys put out there now. Let's do it.
Yeah, the right view.
I saw that other day. I go by there. We're downtown. If you just have those great things, they are also for you. I can give everybody's jaw or anything like that. But you're yeah.
We have a Montgomery River right. And nothing.
Good morning. I'm doing pretty good, pretty good.
Come on, the old man or the good man? Yeah. The old man. I would say, me personally, I would say that the mayor should have considered acting with the investigation of this committee. I would not have hired him until after the investigation, the allegations of sexual harassment against him. If he hired him before the results of that investigation were made known, then I would have held off on him.
That seems unwise.
I'm sorry?
It seems unwise.
Yeah, I mean, once the results were made, if he was, according to the investigation, was guilty or not guilty, then the mayor could have made an informed decision. Well, I will say this: he was hired before the investigative results were made. However long it was, I mean, if it took 1 year, then I would have waited 1 year. I mean, let's be honest. The chief of police, the chief of police is literally one of the most important hiring decisions of the mayor that he could have made. And with that being as important as it was, I would have made sure I hired a home run. I would have waited up. I mean, let's be honest. This current chief of police was not the only qualified candidate out there. And so if you had multiple candidates out there that did not have the allegations and investigations against him, then maybe he should have considered the other people until he got the results. Absolutely, he should be investigated. That's what the court allowed us for. I think that is part of the consideration of part of all voters. Yes, absolutely. Now the question we can ask is, was the nominee?
Because almost 80 million people voted for him, and he's the only one that looks like he's got a set between his legs that I'm saying
the voters have spoken. That's the answer. The voters have spoken.
And that's a political position that people have to vote on.
Now, can I tell you this? Just to let you know, I'm a 30-party candidate. I voted for Australia in the past. I have signed for no voters to get RFK Jr. So I'm not telling you I'm going to vote for Trump. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, just because I'm a conservative does not mean I'm going to vote for Trump. No, he's not. Absolutely, he's not.
But I still like Appreciate it. One more thing we can talk about before we get out of here is SB 1. It is a bill. Yeah, it's a bill that the NAACP evidently had about these absentee ballots. I don't know why the absentee ballot is a big deal. You cannot make it sign the ballot, put it in the mail. Absolutely. Don't and, here's what they did with the Trump thing that got everybody all messed up. The law says, especially in Michigan, you can't send an absentee ballot out unless somebody requests it. But what they did in Michigan, I know for sure, sent out about 1 million of them. We got them back. We don't know who helped. Who helped sign these stuff? It is. It is.
When you go throughout Europe, they have, unless you have like your document out of the country, 100% and you verify it, you cannot get an absentee ballot. They also don't do electronic.
Yeah. Listen, we all got Social Security numbers. Our Social Security card should be our voting card. Everybody, we only got one, right? And a picture. Well, Social Security, but if your Social Security number can only be used once. Okay, once you vote, bam, it's in the system, and we should. Why do we have it? If it means nothing.
Giving you an example. I'm 92 years old.
Okay. You vote for me if you want you to vote that.
Or I can take this card, this gift card, and vote whatever I want to. Right. Contract.
But at least we know he's a citizen. That vote came from a citizen's vote. I got no problem. I don't know where we're just going to use it. And we can now. Everybody could get a Social Security card with the card. You got 5 years to get it done, and once you go to the polling place, show your card, and you end it.
You got a star ID here now, huh? Kevin, in the
this is an easy problem to solve. And when you did, okay, now, if we find somebody's dead, then we'll use the card and then put them in jail. We make it more difficult than it ought to be. But I will say one thing that happened in 2020 election. You know, we voted for the president for over 30 days. Okay. Now, the only reason why I can't say it because the Republicans had the same opportunity to go and vote within 30 days also. And they wanted to wait around that. Okay. So you think we get Alabama, let them start on the 50-yard line, and you start on the 20-yard line, that's not an automatic win. It's an automatic win. So they sometimes Republicans, yes, you know, you need to fight what they done. Obviously, really so who would it be? We're gonna bypass
some delays. Pretty much somebody that is known that mentally diminished, with his fingers on the liquid.
Just wait for me. Who is waving and telling the president of the United States to get off the stage?
I don't know how people with clear minds and vote for a guy who's
I feel sorry about it.
obviously yeah, it is. So y'all remember that.
Again, my 92-year-old father would.
Good morning.
Yeah, that's right.
Good morning. Yes. I can hear you well. Yeah. We hear you. You can hear us.
My son worked there, by the way.
That's interesting.
Makes sense.
Okay, and you may have a point there. I got to take the last break out. We'll do that. What's that? Good on you. I think it's man. That's exactly what you said. Here, I'll be you. You vote sure. We'll live in that.